My dear children, come close and listen to my voice. Imagine a quiet chapel just before dawn. The glow of a single candle flickers against stone walls. A church bell chimes softly in the distance, its echo carrying through the still morning air. Light streams gently through stained glass, painting colors across the floor where no footsteps stir. In that hush, when the world seems to hold its breath, you can feel me. For in the silence, I am not absent. In the stillness, I am not far away. I am closer to you than your own heartbeat. Many of you long to hear me with thunder and with fire. You expect me to break the heavens with a mighty roar. Yet, my dear children, I often come in a gentle whisper, the quiet voice that brushes against your soul, the unseen hand that steadies your trembling, the peace that settles where confusion once reigned. Stay with me, here in this silence. Do not fear it, for in this stillness you will discover my nearness more deeply than ever before. I know how heavy your heart feels when you search for my voice and hear only quiet. I see your tears when you pray, and it seems the heavens give no reply. My dear children, you wonder if I have turned away, if I have forgotten you, if my love has grown distant. But hear me now. I will never leave you nor forsake you. Even in the silence, I am speaking. Even in the stillness, I am holding you close. This message is given so that you may understand my ways in a deeper way, that you may rest in my presence without fear, and that you may know the comfort of my everlasting arms. Remain with me, for I am here with you, even in the moments you feel most abandoned. My dear children, silence is not the absence of my love. Silence is the canvas upon which I paint my deepest lessons. Do not despise the quiet seasons, for they are holy ground. When the prophet Elijah sought me, he looked for me in the wind, in the earthquake, and in the fire. Yet I was not in those things. Then came a gentle whisper, and there I was. So it is with you. In the roar of your worries, in the tremors of your trials, in the fire of your fears, you may not hear me. But in the quiet stillness of a gentle whisper, you will find that I am nearer than ever before. Rest your soul, my dear children, for silence is not a punishment. It is an invitation. It is my way of drawing you away from the clamor of the world into the secret place of my heart. For I speak in ways deeper than words. I speak through peace that surpasses understanding. I speak through the soft assurance that you are loved, even when no sound is heard. Let my spirit remind you. Be still, and know that I am God. My stillness is not absence, but assurance. My quietness is not neglect, but intimacy. I cradle you in silence so that your ears may grow attuned to the whisper that sustains life itself. You cry out, "Lord, why are you silent?" And I answer, my child, I am closer than your breath. I am teaching you to trust not in signs and wonders alone, but in my unchanging presence. For my word has already spoken. Never will I leave you. Never will I forsake you. Hold this truth deep within, for my promises cannot fail. My dear children, when your nights stretch long and your prayers seem unanswered, I am still weaving my purposes. Like the hidden roots beneath the soil, my work grows unseen but unstoppable. Just because you do not hear thunder does not mean the heavens are still. Just because you do not see movement does not mean I am idle. I am always working for your good, even when silence seems to cover the earth. Think of the seed resting in the ground. For a time it lies in darkness and stillness, and you may think nothing is happening. Yet within that silence, life is forming. So it is with your soul. In the seasons where I seem silent, I am nurturing new growth, preparing you for a harvest beyond what you can imagine. Let the silence become your sanctuary. Let the quiet become the place where you lean into my heart. For my whisper is more powerful than the world's loudest noise. My gentle voice is able to calm storms, heal wounds, and restore weary hearts. Do not run from silence. Rest in it, for I am with you. My spirit hovers over you as surely as it hovered over the waters at creation. Out of stillness, life came forth. Out of silence, I will birth new strength within you. My dear children, I invite you now to lay down your striving. Put aside your anxious searching for signs. Rest in my arms, for I am here. Listen not only with your ears, but with your spirit. For my whisper reaches deeper than sound, touching the very core of who you are. I know you long for answers. I know you ache for direction. Trust me. The silence does not mean I am withholding myself from you. It means I am guiding you to lean not on what you hear or see, but on who I am. And I am faithful. I am love. I am your Father, who will never abandon you. Hear me now. In your loneliest night, I sit beside you. In your quiet tears, I catch each drop. In your wordless sighs, my spirit intercedes for you with groanings too deep for words. I am the God who never sleeps nor slumbers. While you wait in silence, I watch over you with unwavering care. Let the silence teach you to breathe in my peace. Let the stillness remind you that you are safe in my presence. For even when all else fades, my whisper remains. You are mine, and I love you with an everlasting love. My dear children, do not fear the quiet moments, for in them I am shaping you. When you feel the weight of unanswered prayers, trust that I am weaving threads of mercy into a tapestry you cannot yet see. Silence is not a barrier, it is a bridge. It draws you beyond what is temporary and leads you deeper into eternal truth. I know how your heart longs for clarity. You want my words spelled out, my plans revealed instantly, my hand displayed in visible power. Yet often I draw you into silence so that your faith may rise above sight. You do not live by sight alone, but by every word that proceeds from my mouth. And sometimes my word to you is not thunder, but stillness, not fire, but whisper. For in the whisper I train your soul to listen beyond noise. When you enter a quiet room, your ears become sharp. You notice the smallest sound, a creak of wood, the flutter of wings, the faintest breath. So it is when I seem silent. I sharpen your spiritual senses so you can discern my presence in ways you once overlooked. I am teaching you to hear me in the beating of your heart, in the rhythm of your breath, in the beauty of a sunrise, in the kindness of a friend, in the scripture that rests upon your lips. Do you not know, my dear children, that even silence can speak? The heavens declare my glory without words. The mountains stand in stillness, yet proclaim my strength. The seas rest in calm, yet reveal my majesty. The stars shine in silence, yet testify to my endless power. In the same way, your quiet seasons shine forth my presence if you will open your eyes to see. When Elijah hid in the cave, weary and afraid, he looked for me in the dramatic signs. He saw the wind, the earthquake, the fire, but I was not in them. Then came the gentle whisper, and there he encountered me. Do you see? I am reminding you, just as I reminded him, that my voice is not bound to noise and spectacle. I meet you in the stillness because I long for your heart, not just your attention. My dear children, I know your loneliness. I feel the ache of your soul when you call out and hear nothing in return. But you are not alone. I am near, closer than the air around you. Even when you feel abandoned, I am carrying you. Even when the silence seems unbearable, I am whispering life into you. My silence is never absence. It is my embrace. Do not think that I am distant because you cannot hear me as you desire. Remember my promise. I am with you always, even to the end of the age. That promise stands unshaken by your feelings, unbroken by your doubts. I am the unchanging one, the faithful Father who watches over you night and day. Think of the shepherd who leads his flock. Sometimes he calls loudly, guiding them with clear commands. At other times, he walks silently among them, his presence alone keeping them safe. So it is with me. At times, I call you with clear words. At other times, I lead you by silent nearness. Either way, I am guiding you. My dear children, lean into the silence. Do not resist it, for here you will find treasures hidden in stillness. Here you will discover patience, endurance, and trust. Here you will learn that my love is not proved by constant noise, but by unshakable presence. Consider how a parent holds a sleeping child. No words are spoken, yet love flows stronger than speech. So I hold you in silence. I do not need to speak every moment for you to know that you are mine. My arms around you are enough. When you walk through trials and cannot hear my answer, remember, my silence does not mean I have turned away. It means I am working in ways you cannot yet perceive. The gold is refined in fire, but the refining is quiet. The clay is shaped in silence, but in that silence, it becomes a vessel of beauty. My dear children, silence deepens your roots. When storms come, those roots will hold you fast. In the stillness, your faith grows stronger. In the quiet, your soul learns to rest. And in that rest, you will find me more intimately than ever before. Do not rush from silence. Do not fill every quiet moment with noise. Instead, come to me and sit. Let my peace wash over you like a gentle river. Let my presence calm your anxious thoughts. For I am speaking not always in words, but always in love. Listen to the whisper now. It says, "You are beloved. You are not forgotten. You are safe. You are mine." My dear children, I bless you with courage to trust me in the silence. I bless you with peace that quiets your fears. I bless you with hope that rises even in stillness, for I am with you, always. My dear children, when you stand in silence, do not think it is wasted time. Silence is the sacred soil where your soul learns to listen. It is in the stillness that you can hear the steady beat of my love, a rhythm that never falters. When the noise of the world fades, my presence becomes the song that fills your heart. I know the waiting feels long. You wonder if I have turned away, if your prayers have reached me, if your cries are heard. My dear children, I tell you now, not a single tear escapes my notice. Not a single prayer is forgotten. Even when you cannot hear my reply, I am bending low to listen. The silence you experience is not neglect, but the tender space in which I draw you closer. Think of the dawn. For hours, the earth lies in darkness. You wait, watching, wondering when the light will break. Then, slowly, silently, without a trumpet blast, the first rays appear. The sky softens, the shadows retreat, and the world is bathed in light. So it is with my presence. In your darkest silence, I am preparing a dawn that will break over your life. My light comes quietly, yet transforms everything. Do not confuse silence with absence. Do not mistake stillness for emptiness. For my Spirit is always at work. Even when you hear nothing, I am filling you with strength. Even when you see nothing, I am surrounding you with protection. Even when you feel nothing, I am holding you with everlasting arms. My dear children, remember the words I gave long ago. Be still and know that I am God. This command is not a burden, but a blessing. It is an invitation to lay down your striving, to release your fears, and to rest in my sovereignty. When you are still, you learn that I am enough. My grace is sufficient, my love unshakable, my presence unending. Think of the shepherd who walks through valleys with his flock. The sheep do not always hear his voice, but they know his presence. They feel his staff guiding, his shadow protecting. They rest because he is near. My dear children, so it is with you. You may not always hear my voice as you wish, but you can trust my nearness. I walk with you through the valley of shadows, and I will never abandon you. Let the silence become your teacher. In the hush, you will learn patience. In the stillness, you will learn trust. In the quiet, you will learn to recognize my whisper. For my whisper carries more power than the loudest storm. It carries comfort where you ache, hope where you despair, and healing where you are broken. My dear children, I call you to rest now. Let go of the noise that clutters your mind. Lay down the burdens you cannot carry. Cease from the striving that exhausts your soul. Sit with me in the quiet. Hear the whisper of my Spirit saying, "Peace, be still." The world shouts for your attention. The enemy stirs up fear with noise and confusion. But I call you apart into still waters. I restore your soul in silence. I anoint your head with oil, and your cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy will follow you all the days of your life, and you will dwell in my house forever. Even in silence, I am preparing you for greater things. Just as the seed grows in hidden soil, just as the child forms in the quiet of the womb, so I form new life within you when all seems still. Do not despise these hidden seasons. They are my gift to you. My dear children, remember Elijah. He longed to hear me in the dramatic, but he discovered me in the gentle whisper. So too will you discover that I am not only in the extraordinary, but also in the ordinary. I am not only in the fire and thunder, but also in the quiet breath of dawn, the stillness of prayer, the peace that flows in silence. Hear me. I am never far. Even when your ears hear nothing, your spirit is being filled. Even when your prayers seem unanswered, I am moving mountains unseen. Even when your heart feels alone, I am closer than your very breath. My dear children, lift your eyes. The silence is not a void, but a vessel. It carries my presence. It holds my mysteries. It is the sacred chamber where I draw you into deeper intimacy. In silence I write my love upon your heart. In stillness I engrave my promises upon your soul. Rest now in the knowledge that you are loved beyond measure. Trust that the silence you endure is filled with my eternal presence. And know this, my whisper will come, breaking through the quiet, bringing peace that passes all understanding. My dear children, I bless you with courage to endure the silence, with faith to trust my unseen hand, and with joy to rest in my presence. For I am your God, and I will never let you go. My dear children, the silence that surrounds you is not meant to wound you, but to heal you. You may fear it, you may resent it, but I tell you, within that stillness is the place where I draw closest to your heart. Silence is not empty. Silence is filled with my presence. There are moments when you pray and hear nothing, and in those moments you ask, "Father, have you turned away from me?" My dear children, hear me. Never. I have promised, and my word stands forever. I will never leave you nor forsake you. The silence you experience is not my absence, but my deep invitation. It is me drawing you into a more intimate trust, a faith that does not depend on sound, but rests in my love. Consider how a mother holds her infant in her arms. The baby does not need words to know love. It is wrapped in warmth, in touch, in presence. My dear children, so I cradle you in silence. You may not hear my voice, but you are wrapped in my everlasting arms. My silence is not rejection, it is embrace. Think of the deep ocean. At its surface, storms may rage and waves may roar, but in the depths there is stillness. So it is with my spirit within you. Though the world around you is loud and restless, in the depths of my presence there is peace beyond all understanding. Silence is not the absence of activity. It is the assurance of my unshakable calm. My dear children, many of you chase after noise thinking it will satisfy. But noise cannot heal the soul. Only my presence can. The music of the world fades, the voices of men change, but my whisper endures forever. When you quiet your heart, you make room for me to speak in ways deeper than sound. Do you not know that I spoke creation itself into being? Yet after the words there was silence, and in that silence my creation breathed and lived. Silence has always been part of my design, for it is in stillness that you are renewed. Even your bodies require rest. Even your hearts require peace. Even your souls require quiet. And I am the one who meets you there. When you walk through seasons of silence, remember the seed buried in the ground. At first it seems lifeless, hidden in darkness. Yet beneath the soil it bursts with life unseen. So it is with you. In the silence, I am causing hidden growth. I am forming patience, endurance, and trust. I am preparing you for fruit that will come in due time. My dear children, do not despise the quiet soil. It is holy, and I am working there. I know the ache of waiting. I see the tears you do not show to others. I hear the questions whispered in your heart at night. And I say to you, every sigh is sacred to me. Every unspoken word is gathered by my Spirit. When you cannot pray, my Spirit prays through you with groanings too deep for words. When you cannot find answers, my love becomes your anchor. My dear children, let the silence shape you. Let it be the place where you discover that I am enough. For when you have no sound, You realize that my love itself is your song. When you have no answer, you find that my presence is your solution. When you feel nothing, you discover that faith rests not on feelings, but on truth, and I am the truth who never changes. Think of the psalmist who cried out, "How long, O Lord?" Yet even in his questioning he declared, "But I trust in your unfailing love." This is the faith I desire in you, that when you cannot see, you still believe. That when you cannot hear, you still rest. That when you cannot feel, you still cling to me, for I am faithful. My silence is not without purpose. It strengthens you, it deepens you, it prepares you. Just as gold is refined in fire, so your soul is refined in stillness. Just as a tree grows strongest when its roots dig deep, so your faith grows strongest when you learn to lean into silence. My dear children, do not run from it. Welcome it as my gift. When you sit in silence, I am nearer than you know. I am the breath that fills your lungs, the light that warms your skin, the peace that steadies your thoughts. My presence is closer than your heartbeat, more constant than the rising sun. Even if you cannot hear, I am here. Even if you cannot see, I am guiding. Even if you cannot feel, I am loving you with everlasting love. My dear children, lift your hearts now. Let go of fear. Trust the silence, for in the gentle whisper I will meet you. In the stillness I will restore you. In the quiet I will speak peace over you. And when the time is right, I will break forth with answers, with clarity, with songs of deliverance. Until then, know this, you are never abandoned. You are mine. My dear children, listen closely now. The silence you fear is not a void to be dreaded, but a sanctuary to be cherished. Within it, I reveal myself in ways louder voices could never convey. The quiet is my holy ground, a space where your restless heart may finally breathe, where your striving may finally cease, and where my presence may finally saturate every corner of your soul. I know you long for my thunder, for my fire, for signs that cannot be denied. But often I choose to come as the whisper. A whisper is intimate. It requires you to draw near, to lean in, to quiet yourself. So it is with me. In silence I call you closer until you feel my very heartbeat within your chest. My dear children, the whisper is not less of me, it is more of me. It is me, drawing you beyond the noise into the depths of my love. Do not think silence means I am absent. Consider the still air before dawn. Does it mean the sun will not rise? No, it means the morning is about to break. So too, when you wait in silence, my light is preparing to dawn upon your life. Hold fast, for the morning always comes, and I am the faithful one who never fails to keep my word. My dear children, I remind you, the Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Even in silence this promise holds true. Especially in silence my nearness is proved. When your heart aches, when you cannot hear my voice, when your prayers seem unanswered, know this, I am sitting with you in the quiet. I am nearer than you imagine, closer than you dream. Think of the desert places. They seem barren, lifeless. empty. Yet within the silence of the desert, I shaped prophets, I trained kings, I refined leaders. Moses heard me in the desert. Elijah encountered me in the cave. Even my son Jesus withdrew to solitary places to pray in silence. Do not despise your desert season, for it is in the wilderness that I prepare you to walk with strength. It is in the stillness that I grow your roots deep in me. My dear children, when the world fills your ears with noise, your spirit grows weary. You scroll, you search, you seek for comfort in voices that cannot satisfy. But when you enter the silence with me, you will find rest for your soul. For I am the fountain of living waters. In quietness and trust, you will find your strength. Come, let me teach you to treasure silence as a gift, for in the hush you will learn to discern my whisper. You will discover that my whisper carries all you need. It speaks peace into your storms. It speaks hope into your despair. It speaks love into your loneliness. And though the whisper is soft, it is never weak. My whisper is power clothed in gentleness, majesty clothed in tenderness, clothed in... When you wait in silence, do not say, God is not working, for I am always working. Even when your eyes cannot see and your ears cannot hear, I am weaving good out of all things. Just as the potter works the clay in silence, shaping it with steady hands, so I am shaping you. Every moment of stillness is my hand at work, molding you into the image of my Son. My dear children, do not measure my presence by what you feel. Feelings are fragile, like waves tossed by the wind. My presence is constant, like the depths of the ocean. Whether you feel me or not, I am here. Whether you hear me or not, I am speaking. Whether you see me or not, I am guiding. Trust not in your emotions, but in my unchanging word. The silence you endure is a holy classroom. It teaches you patience when you want answers now. It teaches you trust when you want certainty. It teaches you to love me for who I am, not only for what I say. This is the highest love, that you cling to me even when you cannot hear my voice. My dear children, this love delights my heart. Think of the lull between waves on the shore. The ocean does not cease to exist because the water pulls back. It is only gathering strength for the next wave. So too, my silence is not absence. It is the moment before I move in greater power. Wait, watch, trust. The wave of my goodness will come. My dear children, let the silence calm your anxious thoughts. Breathe deeply of my spirit. Let your heart be still, for in stillness you will know me, and knowing me is greater than hearing 1,000 words. My whisper is enough. My presence is enough. My love is enough. Do not despise the silence, beloved ones. Embrace it, for in silence I remind you that you are mine. I whisper to your weary soul, you are chosen, you are loved, you are never alone, and nothing, no silence, no storm, no shadow can ever separate you from my love in Christ Jesus. My dear children, the silence you walk through is a season of grace. You may see it as a void, as a weight, as a wilderness, but I see it as sacred ground. In this stillness I am drawing you into depths you have not yet known. The hush is holy, for in it you discover that I am not far, but very near. When you do not hear my voice, you still have my heart. My love has not dimmed, my gaze has not turned away. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. Silence cannot diminish my presence, nor can stillness erase my promises. Even when all around you seems empty, I am the fullness that sustains you. Think of the stars in the night sky. They do not shout, they do not roar, yet their silent light declares my glory. The heavens speak without a sound, yet their testimony resounds through all the earth. My dear children, so it is with my presence. You may not hear thunder, but my light is shining upon you. You may not hear words, but my love is proclaiming itself over your life every moment. Do not mistake quiet for neglect. A gardener often works in silence. He waters, prunes, and tends without fanfare. So too I am tending your soul in these quiet times. Every tear you cry is watering seeds of compassion. Every sigh of waiting is deepening your roots in faith. Every moment of silence is shaping you into a vessel of glory. My dear children, you long for answers, yet I give you myself. You long for clarity, yet I give you my peace. You long for noise, yet I give you silence. Do not despise what I give, for I know what your soul most needs. You do not always need explanations. You need me. And in the stillness, you will find that I am enough. Consider how a candle burns in silence. It gives light without a sound, and its flame steadies the darkness. So my spirit burns within you quietly, guiding you, warming you, filling you with peace. You may not hear his voice in every moment, but you will see his light. And that light will never be overcome. My dear children, when the silence feels heavy, do not run from it. Bring it to me. Sit with me in the quiet. Pour out your heart like water before me, and then wait. Wait for the whisper, for I will speak in time, and my word will refresh you like living water flowing in the desert. There is purpose in the silence. It is the soil of trust. Trust grows not when you hear every answer, but when you choose to believe even without them. Faith is not formed by constant clarity, but by resting in my promises when all else seems hidden. And I tell you now, your faith is precious to me, more precious than gold refined by fire, more beautiful than jewels that shine in the light. My dear children, remember this truth. My silence is never my absence. Even when I am quiet, I am still your refuge. Even when I do not speak, I am still your shepherd. Even when you cannot hear me, I am still your Father. And I will never let you go. Let the silence train your soul. Let it become the place where you discover my peace. For in silence you will learn that my presence is not bound to sound, but to love. And my love is unchanging, eternal, everlasting. Think of the lullaby a mother hums as her child rests. The child may not understand the tune, yet it feels the love in every note. So it is with my spirit over you. Even when no words are heard, my presence sings over you with songs of deliverance. I quiet you with my love. I rejoice over you with singing. My melody surrounds you, even when your ears cannot hear it. My dear children, silence is also preparation. Just as the earth grows still before the storm breaks, just as the womb is quiet before new life is born, so your silence is the threshold of something greater. I am preparing you for promises not yet revealed. I am preparing you for doors not yet opened. I am preparing you for blessings not yet seen. Do not be afraid of the stillness. Embrace it as my gift. For in the silence your roots grow deep. In the silence your spirit learns to rest. In the silence you come to know me not for what I do, but for who I am. And that, my dear children, is the greatest treasure of all. So rest now. Rest in the silence and know that I am God. Let the stillness wrap around you like a blanket of peace. Let my presence settle upon you like morning dew. Let my love hold you in the quiet night. For even when no voice is heard, my whisper lingers. You are mine. You are loved. You are never alone. My dear children, now as this time of devotion comes gently to its close, I want you to rest in my presence with a peace that endures. You have walked with me through the stillness. You have listened for my whisper. And now I bless you with a deeper assurance. I am with you always, even in the silence. As the storm clears and the last raindrops glisten upon the earth, so my peace settles upon your spirit. Picture the clouds parting after a long and weary night, the first rays of light breaking through, casting warmth upon your face. That is how my presence rests upon you now. Where heaviness once lingered, I bring lightness. Where fear once ruled, I bring calm. Where uncertainty once clouded your mind, I bring clarity rooted not in answers, but in my eternal love. My dear children, hear the river of living water flowing within your soul. It is not dry, it does not cease, for I myself am that living stream. When your heart feels parched, come and drink. When your soul feels weary, come and rest by the waters. As the psalmist said, He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. That restoration is yours now. Not tomorrow, not one day far away, but here, in this very moment of quiet, I am restoring you. I want you to picture yourself beneath the shade of a mighty tree. Its roots go deep, its branches spread wide, and its leaves bring healing to all who come beneath it. That tree is my presence. You sit under its shade and find shelter. You lean against its trunk and find strength. You lift your eyes to its branches and remember that I cover you with my love. Nothing can tear you away from this refuge, for I have planted you in my garden of grace. My dear children, many of you feel as though you walk through deserts, barren and dry. But I tell you now, even in the desert I provide streams. Even in the wilderness I bring forth springs. Watch as I make a way where there is none, as I bring life where all seemed lost. The silence is not desolation. It is preparation for the rivers I will pour out. Think of the embrace of a father after a long separation. The arms open wide, the heart beats fast, the tears flow freely. That is how I welcome you now. You may have wandered, you may have doubted, you may have feared, but you are mine, and my arms remain open. Lean into me. Feel my embrace. Know my heart for you. I will never push you away, never push you. I will always draw you close. My dear children, lift your eyes beyond the shadows of your circumstances and see the horizon of hope I have laid before you. Like sunlight rising over the sea, hope spreads across your life. The waves may crash, the winds may blow, but the dawn is certain. For I have said, the steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. And truly, great is my faithfulness to you. Rest now in the calm after the storm. Let my spirit be the gentle breeze upon your face. Feel the stillness of the air after the thunder has passed. That calm is my gift to you. Where there was chaos, I bring order. Where there was fear, I bring courage. Where there was sorrow, I bring joy. My dear children, you may not always hear my voice, but you can always trust my presence. For I walk with you through valleys as surely as I walk with you on mountaintops. I sit with you in silence as surely as I rejoice with you in song. Whether in the fire or the whisper, whether in the storm or the calm, I remain the same faithful God who loves you with an everlasting love. Carry this assurance as you leave this time of devotion. Let my peace linger in your steps. Let my love guide your words. Let my spirit strengthen your heart. Do not forget that you are my chosen ones, my beloved, my delight. I rejoice over you. I take pleasure in you. I sing over you even when you do not hear. My dear children, as you walk forward, remember that you are never alone. When the world feels heavy, lean on me. When the path feels unclear, trust my hand. When silence surrounds you, rest in my embrace. For I am the same God who spoke to Elijah in the gentle whisper, and I am the same God who speaks now into your heart. Peace, be still. I bless you with courage for the days ahead. I bless you with strength for the battles you face. I bless you with hope that cannot be shaken, with joy that cannot be stolen, with love that cannot be broken. My spirit goes with you, my angels surround you, and my hand upholds you. And when you find yourself in silence again, do not fear. Remember this moment. Remember my words. Remember that silence is not the end, but the beginning of a deeper intimacy with me. For in the stillness, my whisper will always find you. My dear children, I leave you now with my blessing. May my light shine upon you like the sun breaking through clouds. May my peace flow within you like a river that never runs dry. May my love embrace you like a father who never lets go. And may you always, always know that I am with you until the end of the age. Go now, carrying this peace into your homes, into your work, into your families, into your world. Be bearers of my light in the darkness. Be rivers of my love in the desert. Be reflections of my hope where despair lingers. For I live in you and through you. My whisper becomes a song for others to hear. My dear children, before you go, I gently ask you to help share this message. If it has brought you peace, let others know. If it has blessed your heart, leave a word of encouragement. If it has reminded you of my love, let it reach others by sharing it. By doing so, you become a vessel through which my whisper spreads to many more who long to hear it. So, like the candle whose flame lights another, let your life share this light. Like the river that flows outward to the thirsty, let my words flow from you to others. And know that as you do, I smile upon you with joy, for my message of love is meant to be given freely.